if somebody said predict what your grandchildren do for a living, I would say one of them is 100% a psychologist, because they'll take my DNA, but they'll be part of a rich family, which means they have to be a psychologist. And the reason I say it is so they can watch it and be like, fuck. You got your perspective. I just want to be heard. Your perspective. Here in London, early morning, Andy K is here, which is so rare to see him outside of that little 8-foot area. D-Rock and I just talking, we put up like 7 of 9 videos on Instagram over the last week, hit over 1 million views, which is incredibly strong metrics for my page. And literally 2 days ago in the office, I'm like, guys, we've got this totally fucking figured out. And no joke, yesterday we posted, hey, Ryan Fitzpatrick's coming. Yesterday, literally, we posted a video that was the worst performing video we've posted in, what's up, brother? Yeah, I'll see you in a little bit. Head of finance here in London. Literally the worst piece of fucking content we put up. 2 things on that. One, that's why this game's the best, and just like confidence, humility, algorithms, audience, putting out content, highs, lows, we all go through them. I was telling the guys I loved it, so I love getting punched in the mouth. More importantly, number 2, when I posted it, I knew it wasn't gonna overly perform. Intuitively, I was like, this is just not the kind of stuff that goes viral on Instagram, but it was probably one of the more important pieces of content I put out, of like the balance of like, you know, optimism and actually putting in the work. And it reminded me of the Thank You Economy, my least selling book that I've written, but arguably to me, like philosophically, the most important book I've written. So, you know, what's up, my man?
Sorry for interrupting.
No worries, no. This is it. You'll be in it.
Nice to meet you, mate.
That's just how sometimes it works. Like depth, a lot of times is way more meaningful than width. And I just really wish more people would wrap their head around it, especially in the context of a post on Instagram. Where the fuck does that mean in your life? Like, being upset all day because you didn't get enough likes or views is stupid. Guys, you do agree with me that we haven't spent enough time talking about the fact that my college went out of business. Like, it folded. After like 100+ years. It doesn't exist. The biggest thing, Robbie, that you guys need to think about is none of this is contextualized for a different economy. And that's the best part of this whole thing. Everything you just said is awesome. Yeah. It becomes awesomer when everything melts and there is no side funds for 4 years. Yeah. And everyone is dying, because what ends up happening, just to tell you how it actually is gonna play out, is this will all work better because people are gonna make smarter decisions because they don't have the money to make dumb decisions. And as it gets more money, it's gonna self-fund itself to be able to buy things that have already, like, do you know how many of these brands are gonna go out of business? They're over leveraged.
Running with the game, chasing millions. LAX, I flew you out to get you in the mills. Bottle for me, baby, bring the bottle in the bills.
So here's what's gonna happen. When the world melts, AT&T and BMW and Evian and Tesco are all gonna hire VaynerMedia. Because what's gonna happen is their marketing budget's gonna go from 100 million to 12. And they're gonna need that 12 to work really hard. And we're established as knowing how to do that. And the only reason people don't go with us now is because money's easy and they don't have to do the right work, so they can give the money to their buddy or the person that takes them to fucking the Manchester United game on the field. Got it? When they can't do that anymore, they're gonna give it all to us. I'm gonna get all that, so this machine that is stupid now gets really smart, because we'll go from 280 to 590 in revenue in 24 months. It'll be profitable revenue because the world will melt and I'll be able to hire all the people from other agencies for 25 cents on the dollar. At the same time, a bunch of companies are gonna be over leveraged and are gonna go out of business, and I'm gonna be able to buy those businesses with the cash flow of the 590 at higher revenue. Then the economy's gonna turn back in 12 years and I'll be able to sell those businesses at the frothy end and buy the jets.
Yeah. What's happening after the jet?
Yeah, you're creating
Super Bowls. You see what I'm doing? I'm playing the reverse game. So everybody thinks it's stupid now because they don't understand it's overvalued. then it's gonna seem very smart. And then I'm gonna be able to show this video and be like, it wasn't an accident. Which will only compound the smarts of it. And I'll be 62 and have 40 years to play, all on the equity of like pulling off $1 billion thing on smarts, not luck. On humility of eating shit for a decade in my prime, right? Like kids are gonna watch these videos and be like, he was fucking 39, he was 42. Like I'm 26 and he was patient, that's why it worked. I'm gonna do that. Nobody's ever seen anybody play it. We didn't get to watch Steve Jobs' first 9 years. And not that I'm that or this and that, it's just like we didn't get to see Bezos packing books. Do you know how powerful it would be right now? How many views do you think?
89.
How many views do you think if Jeff Bezos was doing a vlog, those first 50 episodes of him packing books in a fucking garage would have? 80 million? Maybe 14 billion? Right? Everybody would watch it. I mean everybody. Yeah. So, how'd you like to watch Michael Jordan's first 3 off seasons and the work he put in? So, there's a lot of thought that goes into what I do that I don't speak about or I show glimpses of and things like this. My team talks a lot about like me not talking about being smart. As you guys know, like none of my content is predicated on being smart. That's just gonna speak for itself when it's all said and done. I don't need people to think I'm smart.
Where you going? What you doing? Whoa. Who your man? Who you pursuing? Whoa. Just give me a minute. Whoa. Turn it around and just let me in it. Can I hit it at the Ritz? Platinum diamonds on my.
Oh God, I couldn't hate the current state of education more. The level of disrespect I have for it is extraordinary. The only good places are trading on brand, and it's because it's the insecurity of the professors of not realizing they can do it themselves direct to consumer, which has only got another 10 years. There is no Cambridge, there's no Harvard, there's the individuals teaching within it. And the second that they wake up and realize they have the leverage is the same reason I think the NBA could actually fold. I have a crazy thesis on the NBA. I think the NBA is so top heavy to the top 15 stars and that they sit with all the leverage that if you look at them now, if you look at the LeBron and D Wade and these guys, and right, they're all friends, they're all doing business together. They're different than what I grew up with Larry Bird and Jordan where they hated each other. I think the next version is they're gonna collude and break the league. Right now, if LeBron down to Greek Freak, the 12 best players in the league, also then paired up with a billionaire and said, let's start a new league. I'm LeBron, you're a Russian oligarch, I'm Kevin Durant, you're Mark Zuckerberg, we're gonna leave, we're gonna start a new NBA, I own 50% of the team as LeBron, you own 50% of the team, Kevin Systrom. We're now the Los Angeles loophole, and like all you need left, the only thing that's left is just having a stadium that will take you, and that's where some of the teams control that. Other than that, they actually have no leverage.
Yeah.
That is not true in proper football, that is not true in baseball, that is not true in a lot of other places. In the NBA it is, and it's the strength of the NBA, and it will be the demise of the NBA. I'm 100% right about this. It's inevitable, it has to happen. What is most interesting to me is when the stuff has happened, but people don't see it yet, but you don't even have to guess. Yeah. Like, Shopify and Amazon has happened. Yet they don't believe it's happened. Like it's in your face. Like people always ask me like what's next? I'm like I have no idea. But the second I see it, I'll probably be the fastest and loudest to talk about it. And then you think I'm guessing or predicting. I watched Snapchat for 15 months before I publicly went on the Snapchat is here, and everybody in the marketing world's like, he was the one that was right about Snapchat. 15 months I analyzed it. And then only after the DJ Khaled moment, because I knew it was gonna hit the zeitgeist, that I got in front of it. I watched Twitch from the day it started. Literally Justin texted me because he did Justin TV when he started Twitch. I've been watching it, but only did I start talking about it because I was forced to, because fucking Ninja and Drake had the moment and now I knew it was gonna be in the zeitgeist. I'll watch the whole time and I'll only start speaking about my thoughts if I'm forced to because I know the world had tipped, or I've put the container around it to then talk about it.
That's the trend spotting, isn't it?
100%. It's what I'm really darn good at.
don't
If
think
somebody
understand what
asked
they
me to
don't
tell me if somebody said predict what your grandchildren do for a living, I would say one of them is 100% a psychologist, because they'll take my DNA, but they'll be part of a rich family, which means they have to be a psychologist, not an entrepreneur. Positive. Just the way it all works out. Written in it. And the reason I say it is so they can watch it and be like, fuck.
How did he know that?
That's how, like, I think I'm gonna make my family into entrepreneurs in perpetuity out of being shamed of not doing the cliche shit that I'm telling them they're gonna do.